Instagram. And I had 3 awesome volunteers say that they do it. They get texts all the time through their story, through Host to Post, and that they would be willing to do a Zoom for us and share all their tips and tricks. So I'm so thankful for your time. They're all on here. And we are going to start with Samantha, I believe. Let me just double check who we're starting with. Samantha, yes. But first I was just asking Chyann if we're able to record this. She said, yes, we're recording. Okay, perfect. So if anyone asks if this is recorded, it was, and it'll just take us a sec to get the recording to everyone afterwards, because I know it's middle of the week, not everyone is able to hop on, but it's awesome seeing how many have hopped on, and hi to my team. Anyways, okay, Samantha, let's go ahead and get started. So Samantha is a presidential diamond from Pennsylvania, and she just kills it with Host to Post on Instagram. So why don't you just share your story, a couple minutes of your story, and then just hop right into how you host to post with Instagram. And I think the best thing would be if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat, and I'll ask her those questions as she goes.
All right. Hi, guys. I am Sam Bowers. You'll often hear my name is Sam Sinclair. I am a presidential diamond from It Works, and I've been with the company since 2015. I had a very slow start. It took me 3 months to go Ruby, 6 to go Emerald, and I sat at Emerald for almost 2 years before I went Diamonds. I promoted to double diamond the month after that, and then another almost year and a half went by before I went triple, and then I just promoted to presidential this past February, a month after I had this little lady. I'm a mom of 4. I am a former restaurant manager, and I now completely work from social media. I strictly worked Facebook for a really long time, and I even attribute promoting to presidential from doing mostly Host to Post on Facebook. Recently, I've been starting to branch over onto Instagram because a lot of people will tell you what gets you to your biggest goal usually isn't going to be what gets you like to your next level. So I decided that in order to go ambassador with my team that I wanted to try something new. So I dove into Instagram a lot more. And since Host to Post worked really well with me for Facebook, I was like, all right, I can do it on Instagram too. And Instagram is awesome because you are able to build your followers so much faster. Because people are more likely to follow you back on Instagram than they are to accept your friend request on Facebook. So I know that I do my Instagram Host to Post very similar to Chyann and to Taylor. So I'm just going to give you a couple of ways that I do it because I know that they're going to share some similar things as well. So with Instagram Host to Post, I love to do them on my story. And the way that I get people to Host to Post for me on Instagram, I do it 2 different ways. I'll do a giveaway. So right now I'm doing a Target gift card. And I like to stick with my audience. So I'm obviously a mom and I can relate to other moms and I have a lot of them following me on social. So when I do things like a Target giveaway, I'll draw them in by giving away like $100 to Target for them to buy diapers and wipes and stuff for their babies. And I'll have them tag their mom friends that could use extra money for diapers, wipes, baby formula, and all that stuff. So that way you're growing and adding people that might have common interests with you, and they're more likely to accept your follows back. When I have them tag people, I will then message them and ask them if they want to Host to Post for me. So when people say, you know, I'm down to Host to Post, then I'll shoot them a message and, you know, I do the usual thing like we do on Facebook and I'll say, you know, hey girl, thanks so much for commenting on my giveaway. I would love for you to throw up a post on your wall for me and your story if you don't mind. And then I usually send them similar graphics. So I do one that's like Host to Post asking for people who are interested in making extra money from home. And I have a picture of me on there. The one that I usually use is of me and my husband. And it has like text opportunity and then it has my phone number on there. And I'll also have them put that one on their wall. And I have them tag me in both. So that way people are able to go to my Instagram and check me out. They're able to look at my highlight reel. They're able to look at my stories, see who I am, and see, you know, about my lifestyle.
So when you're asking people to Host a post for you on Facebook, so you know how, I mean on Instagram. So on Facebook, what we do, well, there's so many different ways, but one of the normal ways is someone puts up a picture of themselves with a Target card and says, who wants to win $200 to Target to help with, back to school costs. So do you do the same thing on Instagram? Like on your page, you do a picture of you with a Target card, say tag your friends who, is that part the same?
I do it very similar, and lately I've been changing my wording around because people seem to catch on and think, a lot of these giveaways are going around on social and they don't seem to think that, they're all real or that they're actually have a chance to win. So I've been wording the post like me and the person that is posting for me are the ones giving it away. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So that way the people that are following them will be like, oh, well, so-and-so that I know and this other girl are giving away a Target gift card. Like, I'm obviously going to enter because I'm really close friends with so-and-so.
Okay, that makes sense. Is your Instagram public if we wanted to go later?
It is public now. I waited until I got to about 5,000 followers before I went public, just because I wanted to see, or I wanted to get people to follow me back faster. And usually when people accept to follow you back, before you approve them when you're private, they usually forget about you. Like, they forget about your pending request, and the chances of them unfollowing you are a lot lower. But now I'm like above 8,000. I'm trying to get to 10,000 because I want to do the swipe up thing. But I've been public, and I also want people to be able to go and see my page. Because if I'm tagged on somebody else's page, then they can go and creep on mine.
Right. And so do most people text you or do they message you on Instagram?
I get a combination of both, to be honest. I do get a lot of texts just from the stories, but I've lately, because I'm tagged in other people's posts, they'll go look at my stories and I'll get random messages a lot from people saying, hey, I stumbled across your page from so-and-so. I'm really interested in this mini coffee.
Okay. So are you signing a lot of customers or distributors or both from the host post?
From host to post, I've been signing a lot more distributors lately just because I've been doing a lot more opportunity stories through other people. And I also something else that I wanted to go over was I save everybody who does a host to post for me into, how you can save to collections on on Instagram. Like if you click the little flag on someone's post, you can then click save to collection. I save all the hosted posts from each month. So September has its own collection. And then I'll go to the month before and I message people that hosted posted for me, and I will send them an opportunity message. And it's something along the line. Yeah, I'll send them hey girl, thanks so much for putting that post up on me for your feed last month. That you're literally doing exactly what I do. The only difference is that I get paid for it. Would you be interested if I told you more?
That is so smart. I love that. So when you get
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. When you get them to put up the opportunity, that's the one that is, I just want to be really clear on this. It's a picture of you and your husband, and it says, what does it say on the picture or in the write-up?
It says on the picture, my friend is looking for people who are interested in working from their phone. Anyone who would like to make, and I change the numbers around, but it usually says anyone looking to make $300 to $5,000 a month from social media, text opportunity, and then it has my phone number.
Okay, and that's written right on the picture?
Yep, it's right on the picture. I make it very clear, it's a white background with a picture of me, and then the words are very dark, very in your face kind of wording. Okay. You don't want it to be too busy because then people will get distracted and they will look right over it.
Right. And you get them to put that in their story.
Right. And I also usually ask them to tag me as well. That way people are able to click on the tag and then go right to my page and they can see more about me, my stories and any other posts that I've done, just so I can draw them in that way as well.
I'm so sorry, my 3-year-old just barged in here.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay, I think I've got it then. So people don't mind putting it in their story then?
No, not usually. I find a lot of people that do it are people that usually post in their stories a decent amount, and there's nothing wrong with if you are scrolling social and you see someone who has a decent amount of followers, a decent amount of likes and stuff on their pictures, they're really good in stories, or they have a really good story presence, ask them to post for you. People usually don't mind. And especially if I'm already doing a giveaway, I'll say like, hey girl, I'm giving away a $100 Target card this month. For one winner that posts something for me is going to be entered. Do you mind throwing up something on your wall for me or something on your story for me?
I love that. I can see how you took what we do on Facebook and you've just tweaked it to work so well and so smoothly on Instagram. That's given me so many ideas. Perfect. I love it. Thank you so much. Do you guys have any questions for Sam, right? You prefer to be called Sam? You guys have any questions? Sorry, go ahead. Oh, they said.
Yeah, my Instagram, I'll type it in the chat. It's Samantha Sinclair Bowers, all one word. And I use the Over app. I absolutely love it. You do have to pay to get all the really good features, but I will tell you it is 100% worth it.
Okay, we all need to get really familiar with Over. So you guys do so many great stories that we steal a lot of them, but I know it's even better if you make your own. So someone said, yeah, what app do you use? And you already answered all that. So, okay, I think that is awesome. And we'll switch on to the next lady, but I know you're busy. I know you said it's a school night for your family. Thank you so much, Samantha. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Okay, so who wants to go next, Chyann or Taylor? Just go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay, I can go. I didn't know if Taylor was going to unmute herself or not.
Hi, Chyann. Nice to meet you. Thank you again for sharing all your tips with us.
Of course. I'm also going to go ahead and apologize. I'm sick for everyone else, so I sound like death, so just don't mind that, but I just had to fair word.
You sound perfectly fine.
I feel like I sound like Squidward.
Oh, no. Thank you for still doing this for us. You don't feel well.
Yeah, of course. I'm excited.
You want to just jump in, share a little bit of your story, and then your biggest tips for hosting posts on Instagram?
Okay. So if y'all don't know me, hello, my name is Chyann. I am a triple diamond. I went triple about almost a year and a half into my business. I joined in October of 2017 as a college girl. I just like wanted extra money, and it just kind of like took off from there. I actually, which is like super funny, I quit like a month after I joined because I like didn't make $2,000 a month, which is funny. But I came back and I just basically hit the ground running, and I mean, that's honestly it. Like, I just locked arms with my leader and literally just ran as fast as I could, taking everyone with me. And then I'm actually like, okay, so this is so crazy, but like host to post were like never my thing. So I went double diamond September of 2018, so like a year ago this month, and on the 25th, my like orders ran and all that happened, and I actually went back to being from 2,000 away to over 5,000, and I was like,
wow.
oh my gosh, yeah, I was like, something's got to happen, and this has like a terrible glare, so I'm taking these off. But yeah, so like I was like, I have to do something, and I had never tried host to post before, so I was like, I'm just gonna try doing like using host to post, and I don't know how, because this is literally the only day that Facebook host to post have worked for me. I signed almost 1,500 volume that day, and then the next day was like 800, I think, like personally, all from host to post, but like they haven't worked for me since. So I was like, I don't know what happened, but like, okay. I was like, cool, but what the heck? So, but yeah, and so I was talking to another diamond leader on my team one day, and I was like, I have to do host to post. Like, I had like tried them occasionally, because I know like people say just like you have to like be consistent with it, and it's like it's been like almost a year. Like, this is just crazy. So I'm just in the mindset that Facebook host to post don't work for me, but I figured out how to do Instagram host to post, and honestly, like, my whole business changed. Like, after I figured out how to like really do them and like make them work, everything has just been like easier, honestly. So I am like a pretty high distributor enroller. I typically average like 15 to 20 a month, and I feel like this is
really high.
Yeah, I feel like this is just like allowing me to just like broaden that, because I like attract DTs. I don't message for them or anything, but this has been like attracting them to me in like a different way, if that makes sense. But yeah, and so how I actually like do my host to post, I really hope text replacement works on here. And okay, cool. So this is actually the message I send. I'm just gonna like leave it to you guys. I'm just very straightforward with people, and I only send this to people who are like old potentials of mine. So like right now, I like go to my follow week on Instagram, and I like flipped it to where it's earliest to latest. And so it has like all like the newest people to my feed. I just kind of like went through there and like was messaging people, and it's my first and last name. I'm gonna type it real quick. Okay. So but yeah, so I just kind of like flipped the following so I could like go to like the beginning people, and I just started sending that message to people. And I'm just like, I mean, you can see it's like, hey girl, I know you might not be interested in my products. I was wondering if you'd be willing to help me spread the word, and then y'all can read. So I just like started sending that because like it's typically people that had either not responded to my message at all, or like my reach out message, or people that like I sent the price and they didn't respond. Like I don't really like think too much about it. I just like kind of send it to people. And what I've been seeing also like along with that, if they never like reached, or if they never like responded, some of them are like, oh yeah, like what are these products you're selling? But like go ahead and send me the post. So like I'm kind of getting like the best of both worlds with that. So like it's like reaching out to potentials without like sending the same message like 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like unsending and resending. So like I said, that's been working really well for me. And obviously you can see what it says. The next part of that just says like, thanks so much. Just like tag me in this picture. From the 1st to the 15th, I'm like distributor heavy. Like that is like where my mindset's at. So I just do a distributor host a post, and I actually just made a new one I like completely stole the idea off of a diamond on my team just because it was super cute. So this is props to Danny for making this, but that's what it looks like. Oh, y'all can't see that at all. It just says like fall positions available, and it has like a picture of me, and then like it just says like my friend Chyann is looking for college girls, mamas, part and full-time workers who are looking to make an average or an extra $200 to $2,000 a month from their phones around their own schedule. And it just says message fall to blank for more info. I actually like what Samantha said about just having them text you. That's really smart, because like I don't know, I never thought of that, which is like so funny. But I just like have them tag me in that little bitty box, and from there they just like I'll have people that will like request to follow me and then request to message me, and it just says like fall, or like, hey girl, my friend Becky tagged you in a post, like what is it about, like something like that. But my goal is to get 15 of those up a day. And if you're messaging people like that message, or just like any other message like, hey girl, like can I ask for a favor, and then like post something on your wall, like it doesn't have to be like anything like too thought out. I like typically overthink a lot of things, and I'm trying to like not overthink this. So but yeah, like I know
that you just said you get 15 up a day.
Oh yeah, a minimum. Like if it's like 11:30, and like for today, for example, I've only gotten up 8. So I know like after this, I'm only gonna be sending those out, because like I know that'll also give me like regular potentials and PDTs as well. So like you really just kind of get.
That's why you're triple diamond. Like that is really impressive that you get 15 up a day. You're gonna go faster in no time. Good for you. That's treating it like business. Good job. Love it.
But yeah, and so that was really like all about my notes really. I guess from after the 15th, when I'm more like customer focused, I just do a coffee one. I started the keto diet like 2-ish months ago, and I got like really good results like really fast. Like my face like shrinked in size, and then like I shrinked in size. So I got improved like immediately, and I've just been using those. And if you look at like the picture of like what I used, I only have been selling those products. So like, which is super cool, because like I was using, like coffee and chocolate greens, BFF, celery, and cleanse. And my product, like my customers are either that entire package, or they're like greens, celery, like a variety of those. So again, like being
you're really confident talking about them because you use them.
Yeah. And like being a product of the product, you guys, like it doesn't have to be coffee. If you want to grow your hair, grow out your hair. If you have like, I know one of my girls, Danny, for example, has amazing collagen results. So like just use those. Like you don't have to do like weight loss, because like that's what my goals are, So just like do whatever works, like what you want to do. And then that, I swear, like you are going to start selling so much more of like those products, or like that category at least, like because of that. So yeah.
So quick question. Those 15 distributors that you're signing the first 15 days of the month, right away, do you get them to start doing Instagram post to post?
Yes. So I have like a little, I'm like super green also. So I have like, I'm so like organized tracker. That's just me. So I help my distributors with their first 5 posts, and just like long story short, I don't want to go into like that too much. Their first post is like, I think their first post is like a host to post. I think it just says like, I just started this awesome new opportunity. Like, who would be willing to help me out? Like that sounds like something about right. But and the next one is just like, hey guys, my team is doing an amazing giveaway this month, which consists of winning cash prizes and some of our top selling products. Who wants to join? So, okay. Yeah. Danny, like she let me know that was it. It just says like, who would be interested in helping me out. So from that, it's typically like getting their family that's on their social medias to do host to post for them. And then also
Right.
interested in the product. So then we don't have to reach out to them, because that is something that I've noticed that is harder for a lot of the distributors that I've been enrolling. They're just like not as acceptable to reaching out, which like I totally understand. So,
Yeah, not the first couple days. You want to ease
yeah,
them
like
in.
after that, and then I mean, for a lot of them, they're getting at least 2 or 3 customers from those host to post, which like obviously like mean it's awesome. It's like that's what we want. So the next one is just the giveaway that I was talking about. Their next post is a weight loss post. The fourth one is anyone who's looking for a part-time gig this fall, like one of those kind of posts. And the next one's a live post. So I definitely try to get them doing host to post up as quickly as possible. And for my distributors, I will take the picture that they sent me to like, I make like, oh my gosh, like Abby just joined my team. Like that's a distributor I signed today. And I'll take my picture and I will like change it with her picture and her name, so she can start sending that out to people. So it's like my friend Abby like wants people to join and like blah, 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 blah. And then I just
Right. So you make her a graphic like that.
yeah,
Like the one that you showed us.
so it just takes, 2 seconds and you can get it up for them real quick. And then I feel like it's like more, I don't know, they're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And I'm like, you're welcome, girl. Like I got you. So
Right. Right. So most people you sign work Instagram.
yeah, I do, like I said, I do work Facebook. I haven't started doing this on Facebook, but I'm going to, like, after I get caught up on Instagram, because if I do both at the same time, I'm gonna freak out. I do
Yeah, do what's working.
yeah, like I occasionally will send them on Facebook, and like I said, I just have it in my brain that I cannot do Facebook host to post. So regardless of what I do, they're not going to work for me until I get over that. So that's like kind of what I'm working through right now. And then like I'll get one and I get like 20 comments. And I'm like, wow, like I'm a baddie. And then like the next one, someone like comments like something negative, and I'm like, okay. So it happens.
You know what? I'm the same that like on Instagram. See, I can do Facebook host to post. I feel quite well, but Instagram, I'm like, I haven't even started.
Total opposite. Facebook scares me. Like I don't know why, but I mean, like I work both of them equally. Like honestly, I know Sam Batty. That's like my favorite word. But yeah, like I work both of them equally. But I truly feel like Instagram is where like I can go on there and like sound like death, and people like won't be mad at me. And like I don't know, Facebook is just like a whole other realm for me. But I do work both of them. But Instagram like is my jam. And I do have a lot of people that like come to me that strictly work Instagram, but I try to get them like moving on Facebook, but I don't want to like throw it in their face as well.
No, that totally makes sense, and it's clearly working for you. So I have so many questions, so I'm gonna message you more after this. In that little chat we're in, I need all your stuff. But thank you so much, and good luck getting the rest of your 7 HAP stuff.
Of course, thank you.
You got this. Taylor, can we pick your brain for a little bit?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. I am in the Jeep currently, so it might be a little loud. Sorry, guys.
No, it's totally
I'm excited to chat with you guys about Host to Post and Instagram. Just a little bit about me. I'm Taylor Kaufman. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a presidential diamond. I just went presidential this past February, 28 days of the month. You best believe I was pumped about that. My team rocked it. That was a crazy month. A little bit about my story. So I started in nursing school. I was working 2 jobs, really just wanted to lose weight. I gained like 30 pounds and, you know, I thought extra income sounded cool too. So why not try both? And I went Ruby in 3 months, Diamond in 8 months, double diamond in 2 years, and then triple and prez were just this past year. So about 3.5 years I went presidential, which was just the craziest thing ever. So worth it, so worth the wait. And so, you know, Host to Post, when it first started, it honestly is what got me to Double Diamond. That was like right when it started being really popular on Facebook. And to be honest, it still is working for me on Facebook. I just have to do it a little bit differently. And I will share just briefly about that real quick for you guys. Every single time I have people post on Facebook for me, if I'm not having them tag me, I'm having them tag me in their story, but I'm also sending them a very generic status, and I change this up every single person. So I don't have a text replacement. I literally make up a short status on the spot. So the wording is always different. And so usually I just keep it super simple, and I'll say, I'll send them a status that says, who on my timeline drinks coffee? Do you like it hot or cold? Comment below. And then the people that are commenting that they drink coffee, I'm adding them as friends and I'm messaging them. And so it has really nothing to do about weight loss. It doesn't say anything about like goals. It just talks about like who on here drinks energy drinks, who on here drinks coffee. And those statuses always get tons of comments, and I'm always adding to my market and messaging those people. But as far
That's
as
on Facebook or Instagram?
So on Instagram, that's on Facebook for statuses.
Okay.
Yeah, I just send in like a super short status that just says like, who on my timeline drinks coffee? Comment below. Who on my timeline drinks energy drinks? Like very basic, generic statuses for Facebook. Those are still working for me, and I love them. But for Instagram, so every single day, you guys, and I do this for Instagram and Facebook, I'm posting about the giveaway every single day. So I'm either, I'll record myself, like I have a video saved of myself talking about the giveaway. Like we do a giveaway every Sunday. And so on Instagram, I'll post the video and it says, hey guys, I'm doing a giveaway this Sunday. All you have to do is swipe up, type the word entry, and I'll get your entry in and I'll message you. And so I'll post that video almost daily to my story. And then I'll also post a graphic about the giveaway every single day with a poll. And so every day I'm having different people that are voting on the poll that they want an entry. And so that gives me a list of people to message about the giveaway.
So you're creating people to reach out to, like you're finding ways to generate leads. So it's like a welcome reach out. That's awesome.
Right. Right. And so I do that consistently every day. And I have new people constantly that see that poll, that are, you know, voting that they want an entry. But also what I do, you guys, this is kind of how my flow goes on Instagram for messaging. So when I have a new follower, I'm interacting with them, you know, I'm liking, I'm commenting on their page. But my very first message to anyone on Instagram, and really Facebook too, I send them just like what I call a positive vibe message. So I'll say, hey Sarah, hope you're having a great week. Just wanted to send some positive vibes your way. Happy Monday. And so that's why I start my conversations on Instagram. And so what I typically do is after I start that conversation, they're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You made my day, blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about where you're from. Very light conversation. Well, a couple days later, I will go back to those people and I will message them a very simple question. And it just says, hey sis, can you do me a favor real quick? And because I've already had that relationship built with them, they're like, oh my gosh, you're a nice human. Like you just told me, like, have a great day. Most of the time, all of those people are willing to post to their story. And so after I send them that message and say, hey, can you do me a quick favor? They're always like, oh my gosh, yeah, girl, what is it? And so then I just say, and I'll put it in the chat for you guys. But I usually just say, would you mind posting this to your story and tagging me? And in return, I'll give you a free entry to my giveaway this Sunday. And most people, you guys, are totally down to do it. And so I have a couple of graphics that I've created. I always do either a coffee one or a business opportunity one. The beginning of the month, I'm mostly focused on distributors. So I'm only really sending the opportunity one. And basically what the graphic is, it has my picture on it. And it says, I'm hiring. And then it says, my friend Taylor is looking for any moms, college students, or anyone that's wanting to make an extra $300 to $3,000 a month from social media. If you're interested, text the word opportunity, and then it has my phone number. And you guys, every single day, ever since I've been doing this, I get at least 3 texts from people that just say the word opportunity because I know that they're seeing that story. And I will also get people that, because I have them tag me, in their story, I have people that will message me from Instagram and not text me, and they'll just message me the word opportunity.
Okay, I have a question for you. So that's something that I've always struggled with Instagram. I don't know if anyone else feels the same. How do you get them from text message to like when I'm messaging somebody like that or host to host DT on Facebook, like I can see their profile, I'm messaging them, but on text it just feels cold. Like, do you swap, say, can I follow you on Instagram and we can chat on there? Or like, how do you connect with them further than text?
So like when I have people that are on Instagram like messaging me about the opportunity?
Yeah, like when a random person reaches out from some story they saw, so they're maybe not even your follower, and they just say opportunity, and you get this text that says opportunity. How do you get to know them from there?
So I always say, hey girl, I'm so excited to give you more information. If they texted me, I'll always say, you know, who am I talking to, or what's your name? Where are you from?
Okay.
And then that's usually how I start the text. I'll just say like, what's your name? Where are you from? And then I'll go into the details about, you know, network. I'll always say like, are you familiar with network marketing? Have you ever heard of network marketing? And then I kind of go into my spiel. But if it's on Instagram and they're talking to me, and I know that they're genuinely interested, like I've told them, you know, what it is that I do, the company I'm with, and I know that they, you know, are interested, then I will have them text me like right away. And I'll just say, hey girl, you know, go ahead and text me so I can help you get started or walk you through the site and help you get, you know, all set up. And so I always just move the conversation from Instagram to text once I know that they're like 100% interested.
Oh, so you prefer to have it on text?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Sorry, I interrupted you. Keep going.
No, you're good. No, just like once I know that they're like interested, then I'll have them text me, obviously, to like help them get set up and all that good stuff. But yeah, host to post, you guys, I'm telling you, it is the jam. You just have to do it every day. My goal is to get at least 5 to 10 posts up. Like 10 is my goal every single day. Have, you know, 10 people post for me. And if they're not commenting on my story or they're not voting on my poll, I am messaging and just saying, hey sis, can I ask you a favor? And I message probably, it kind of depends. So if I get my 10 up pretty quickly, then I feel good for the day if they're successful. But my goal is to message at least 50 on Instagram and 50 on Facebook for host to post. And that's kind of my daily like 6 list, non-negotiable.
Okay, so how do you keep track of them if they're all on your text? You just follow up with them through text. See, my brain is Facebook. My brain is just like, okay, so I go back to my messenger and I search certain words in my message and I have follow-up days. Where if they were all on my cell phone for text, like, how do you keep track of everybody with that?
So I've always done this, like ever since forever. If I have anyone's number on my phone, I save them. I save their name in my contacts, and then I put PLC for potential customer or PDT for potential distributor. And whenever I have people text me, I will just, sorry, I know it's really, really loud right now. But whenever they text me, I will obviously save them in my contacts as PDT or PLC. So when I go to follow up with people, all I have to do is type in PDT in my text message, and then all of those potentials pop up from my contacts. But I just write people's names down. Like I'm old school. I write down everyone's names that text me, especially if it's not on text. I do use the collections on Instagram, or I also will save. So like you can copy profile links on Instagram, and I actually have like in my notes section, I have a potentials section, and I'll just copy and paste their profile link to my notes section. So that way when I go to my notes, all of the links are there, and all I have to do is click on the link and it takes me right to their profile. So I like to do that as well.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. No, that makes sense. I just got to switch my brain over, but that's the point of this Zoom. And I guess the best way to do it is hands-on. So I want to challenge everybody. Go get 5 host to post up on Instagram. The first 5 won't be pretty, but we got this. We got this. Taylor, you shared some awesome graphics in the leadership page of things that you get people to put in their story for you. Can we share that? Maybe you could just share that in that little chat word, and then I can share it in like our talk, put it all together in Lifers for everybody to just learn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was just, I love all 3 of you have awesome graphics. So we will make sure to get you guys that, so looking at the pictures and seeing what they're talking about is really helpful, because when I saw Taylor throw in the comments of my post what she's sending out, I'm like, I can see why they're getting some feedback. This makes so much sense. So does anyone else have questions? I think we have between the 3 of you, we can cover it all. And you can search in your text, like, yes, you can search in your text. But here's the thing with With Host to Post, how I do it, the point of it is for me is to get a ton of new friends, and then they follow me, and they don't usually sign up right away, but within a month or two, I have a bunch of people rolling in, right? So I was wondering with Instagram, if they're strangers and they're texting you, are they following you on any social media platform meanwhile? Because not everybody does sign up right away. So that was kind of my question. Do you say, oh, can I follow you on Instagram as well? If it's maybe a friend of a friend's person who reached out to you? Does that make sense? Taylor? Oh, Taylor's muted.
Oh, say that one more time, babe. Sorry.
Okay, so when I'm doing Host to Post on Facebook, I always
Yeah.
tell my team, the point of it isn't just to sign people, don't be discouraged. A huge point of it is to make new friends and grow your market, right? So how you're doing it on Instagram, you have an Instagram friend post for you, but then one of their friends, so a stranger to you, is texting you. Do you try to get that stranger following you on one of the social media platforms?
Yes, and I do tell them, so if they end up not being interested in the business or they don't want to do it or whatever, you know, I'll obviously talk to them about being a customer, and if that doesn't work, then I will ask for their handle on Instagram, and I'll just say, you know, I'd love for you to follow me, I'd love to follow you so we can still stay connected. I do tons of giveaways, you know, every month, and I'd love for you to be a part of those. And so I kind of just leave it at that if they don't want the business and they don't want the product. So I go through all three with every person I talk to. And there was something else I did want to mention that I forgot. Just like, I forget who was saying, anytime there's like, you know, a blogger that has lots of followers, like great social media presence. I've actually done this with a few people that have really big followings on Instagram. I've just messaged them about collaborating, and I tell them, you know, I would love for you to try a sample of my skinny coffee or my greens or whatever, and in return, would you just post about the product, or, you know, post for me on your page a couple of times, you know, in return. And a lot of them are like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'll totally do that. And so I've just been sending out a couple of free samples for people that do have huge followings, because that gives exposure to me. And I've actually had people follow me and message me about different products from that person's post. Like, she made an actual like post on her Instagram for me. A lot of them do.
That's such a good idea. Such a good idea. I think that someone else, Chyann, do you have something else you want to throw in there too?
Yeah, she was talking, and it just like, I don't know, this just like came to my mind again, but I wanted to send you guys like another message that I had been using. I think it was April, February, I don't know. I was fishing for triple, and I used this message. I didn't make it or anything. A couple other girls on our team did, but this is like what I would send to Facebook, and like as soon as people would like friend me back, I would just send this. And just to kind of say like, hey girl, like welcome to my page. It says like talking about the Yeti cooler, because we were doing a giveaway for that, but like I'll just go in and change it. But yeah, like I send that to people on Facebook as soon as they accept my friend request. And but it like allowed me that, I remember like I was using that, and I was getting a lot of Facebook posts to post up. But like I said, like I really had it in my mind that like I couldn't sign anything. But like I said, we're getting over that, because that's why we're doing this. But that did allow me to get like a lot of them up. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys too. And then Taylor also put a follow-up in here.
Oh, I see that. I love that. I hope you guys are saving all these messages. Awesome. Wow, this is just like a crash course on Instagram now. Awesome. Okay, well, thank you guys so much. I think we should let everybody go. We kept them in an hour. Actually, only 40 minutes. That's not bad at all. Look at us go. We got to it. Thank you so much, Chyann. Thank you so much, Taylor and Sam. Thank you for your time. This was recorded, so if you need to go back and watch it, and I will get all these messages, and I think we should put it in a thread in the Lifers, and then anybody can share it with their team, and then we can all Instagram. Oh, I guess I can't end the meeting because I'm not the host, so well, I'm done. Thank you guys so much.